Hello, how's everyone doing? Well, we missed last week, but that was because we couldn't catch Jack last week, and I had Friday night on the country celebrity country quiz night. That was fantastic. I didn't do very well, but it was lots of fun, and I think if you can watch it tomorrow night, you've got to jump on it because we had a ball. So tonight we've got Jack joining us again, which is great because we've had Jack on the show a few times and he's always fun and he's always got a new story for us. So we might introduce him into the room. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you for joining again. You're not sick of us yet?
No, I've just been so busy. I do apologize for not making last week.
Look, that's okay. It just meant we all got an early night's sleep. Unlike you, who was still at work.
Yes, yeah, I was still stuck at work, but that's all right. That's what I get paid to do, I suppose.
I guess. I don't know. Wouldn't it be so much better if we didn't have to work for a living?
I know. I saw the new 4-day work week they're all talking about. It's like, yeah, that would be good.
I'm on board with that. That gets my vote 100%. Now, before we start, I think people need to take appreciation of your background because how amazing is that? How Australian. I love it. That's so good.
No, it's got the plants. Yeah, what more could you ask for?
Come and decorate mine.
I love plants, and there's just plants everywhere. So they're the only thing that hasn't died on me yet. So
they're real. They've actually got water in them.
Yeah.
See, that would die on me inside. Or my cats would eat it. My cats would sit there and eat it. I can't eat broccoli because they think it's a tree.
Yeah, I'm very lucky I don't have like animals around. So yeah, or small children, not yet anyway. So
yeah. Oh wow, that might make these lives a little bit more harder. You'll have to do what I just did with my cats. Shut them out. Put the children in the cupboard. Oh, hi Sam. Hi Mark. Hi Cass. Yes, you're indoor plants. She said. Can you see the? Yeah.
No. Oh, hang on. Maybe if I go. Here we go. Hello. Yes, I think if you follow the link I just shared, if you click that, you'll be able to watch it.
Yep. Well, yeah, exactly. I reckon this link has already given them a notification, actually. Hi, Jed. Nice. Thank you for joining. Well, Jack, you've been pretty busy lately, not just with work, but with a new single that got 1 on the chart.
It did. That was very exciting. Hey, Mark, I'm just seeing all the comments now.
Yeah,
it was Corona. No one could have expected that. I think that's the words on everyone's lips at the moment. But it went. I wasn't going to release anything, and because of it, and I'm like, you know what? Why not? Like, let's do it. Everyone's going to be stuck inside. Everyone needs something to listen to, I suppose. And it's been really amazing to see like everyone release music. Like it's the most amazing thing. Everyone adapting. So yeah, I actually was meant to release another song. It wasn't going to be Negativity, but because of Corona, we were going to record in like 5 different locations, but obviously we were only sort of restricted to 1 location.
Yeah.
But how amazing is George's Diner? So I couldn't have asked for a better spot to do it in. I had the most amazing car that they trusted me to drive from Whit Sunday Hot Rod Tours. And it just turned out exactly how we envisioned it. And I couldn't have asked for anything better, really.
It's amazing. It's fantastic, actually. I was going to say, and how cool is your cover work? Because we've got it in the background there. But it's so great. I love it.
Yeah, we wanted. I don't know if anyone knows who Jasper is. He lives over in Nashville, and he does all this amazing artwork for me. And he did our tour artwork, and he does a lot of other artists as well. And he actually made the photo a negative, if that makes sense. He turned it into a negative photo. It was a really cool play on the artwork with the words in the song.
That is fantastic. Now, this is, as you just said, it's not the song that you plan on releasing. Does that mean there's new music coming down the track? very soon.
Yeah, so I was actually meant to release a EP in June, July this year, so basically right now. But I wanted to plan a big release party and do a few little shows along the way. So obviously that didn't happen. And I think everyone's in that same boat. So it's what it is. But yeah, definitely another single, and hopefully the EP before the end of the year as well.
That is exciting. Well, that is very exciting, actually. Now, this song, the latest single, I have actually heard it being played on radio a lot, like quite regularly. I played it on, and I'm like, oh wow, it's Jackie, it's great. So clearly, I'm not the only one sitting here going, it's great, and having a number one proves that. So tell us a little bit about Negativity.
Yeah, so Negativity, I wrote about 3 years ago. With an amazing friend of mine named Peter Charay. She lives in Townsville. And this is when I was living in Charters Towers at the time. And all the songs that are going to be released for the EP were all written at a very similar time, but they've all got very different meanings. So Negativity, it was just a really cool play on words that we come up with. And we actually, if you really listen to it, it's sort of negativity as a person, how it comes into our lives and how we actually don't want it, but it always finds its way to sneak in there. So Peter is the most amazing lyrical, I don't know, she just comes up with these amazing lyrics that just work really well. So we attacked it with that idea. And for those of you who know John Mayer, we wrote it we actually didn't write it with John Mayer in mind, but when we produced it, we definitely went with that vibe. So it's got the whistling solo, it's got your classic country flings, but it's also got that really alternative feel as well, which I really loved. And it was a really fun track to make. And so yeah, it's all about us. And Channel 7 did an interview with me, and they said it was written about Corona, and it's not written about Corona, but it's definitely really important during this time. The messaging in the song is very important. So, and especially with the riots and just everything at the moment, our world is just insane. So, it's about taking those negatives and finding positives in that. And that's why the song isn't a sad song. It's completely the opposite.
That was actually when you hear the title, I actually thought, oh, this is going to be, a bit of a slower song. It's not going to be an energetic, happy song. And it doesn't have the feel I expected at all. It surprised me.
Yeah, and the exciting thing with writing songs is, and don't be so quick to judge the color of it. So, and I think even myself, I know I've done that before, you look at something, you're like, oh, that's going to be interesting. But yeah, it's about looking further into that. So yeah, I'm super proud of the song, and it's been really amazing to see everyone's reactions and stations playing it around Australia. And yeah, it's you work so hard to release something, and when something does finally come out, you see it all pay off. It's really amazing.
Yes, absolutely. And I guess normally when you would release a song, you would have you would be out playing gigs, doing things. Have you had? I guess it'd be hard, but have you still had that same sort of reactions from people, even though you can't get out to see them? Are you still finding people are reaching out to you about the song?
Yeah, for sure. It's doing everything from home basically has been a whole different ball game. And going back to everyone adapting to that, it's been amazing to see so many different artists do that. And there's so many artists that I would never get to see in my lifetime, if they're in America or overseas, doing these gigs. So all of a sudden you're in your living room enjoying a really intimate show. So I had the pleasure of doing that a few weeks ago before my release day, so the night before. And, no one claps, but you're still there.
Don't worry. I'm the one that's at the house, by myself, or someone's around. I'm sitting there clapping. I still clap. I'm sure surely other people are as crazy as me.
Yeah, there's no drunk middle-aged woman trying to steal your microphone, or there's none of that. But it's it's a really cool, rewarding thing to do. All of a sudden you're able to take something you're so passionate about and put it on a completely different platform. And it is different. It's very, very different. And, it's just about adapting to that and changing it to our society. But it's been really cool.
I think shown us how creative we can be, even more so than just songwriting and touring. It's made us sit back and go, well, hang on, it's not going to happen. It's not going to beat us. How are we going to get around this? And it's incredible, some of the things people have been doing. It's great.
It's been amazing, and like just little things, like there's called like an Isolate festival. So people like around Australia who are singing, you know, it's cool. All of a sudden we've taken this platform that we've always had, but all of a sudden it's just skyrocketed into this really amazing interactive experience. Right. And I think especially Australian artists, it's something to be really proud of, that we've been able to adapt to that. And, you know, I hope it does continue. Obviously, live music events, you can't beat those. And I think they're going to continue and come back in a bigger and better way than we have seen before. But, you know, all of a sudden we do have this different platform. And I think in the future it's going to be a really interesting thing to see.
I think it's great. And I think, you know, I've said at some of my other shows that I think it's made people, we've all sat back, we've all watched shows, we've all watched artists that we probably wouldn't have watched before. So we've all of a sudden, all these different artists like yourself all probably found they've had people that they wouldn't have seen and wouldn't have got their music had this not happened, because you might go to a festival, but there's 10 stages at a lot of festivals and you can't get to them all. Whereas if you can't watch the live, we watch the replay at the moment. We're stuck at home. We want things to do. And I think it's grown the fan base and a lot of Australian artists, because I don't think people realise how much we have here. And I think this has made people open their eyes a bit.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, all you had to do was turn on Kicks Country last weekend. Hey, Justin. And, I didn't even say that because Justin was on, but he's just come on. You know, they played all Australian music for the whole weekend. And far out, we've got amazing talent, you know. So, you know, there's just so many different people out there that you, you know, obviously I haven't heard of before, but then all of a sudden you see these songs and you see them in the charts and you listen to them and then you go follow them. And, you know, there was that before and there always has been that, but all of a sudden you have that time to go investigate that. And it's been amazing. You know, there is honestly so much talent here. And it's, yeah, it's been a really, really cool thing to see.
It has. It's been really great. I've loved it. And as much as it's awful that we've gone through it, I've loved it too, because I think it's just opened so many people's eyes. I've got so many messages from people going, "Hey, I hadn't heard that person before. Have you heard of them? Great, they're Australian. It's so good." You know, you see.
My a really funny story. My friends here I live in Serena. For those of you who don't know where that is, that's near Mackay. If you don't know where that is, well, near town, from there. She was like, "Oh, my mates were listening in the shed the other day and they all got out and Shazam the song." You know, it's so cool that people can do that with your song. And, you know, like I said to her, I have absolutely no idea who it reaches unless people, you know, message me and say, "Hey, I listened to your song." You actually have no idea. So, you know, it's really amazing to see how many different people it can reach.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, was this a song that you had performed live before COVID? Is this a song that you've been doing a bit?
I mean, I have performed it live before. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a major part of my performances, necessarily because most of my performances have been cover gigs in the last year. You know, obviously, I would love to get out and do more festivals and do more original shows. And I toured with a friend of mine, Semi White, and we did that tour up the coast of Queensland. And, you know, it was an opportunity for myself and Semi, but it was definitely really amazing just to do my own original music, and people paid to be there. And that was, I think that was a really great step in the right direction to wanting me to release more music, because, you know, all of a sudden more people that I would never have, you know, reached with my music before come and watch the show. And then all of a sudden they love the songs. So it is a very scary thing to play your own music, because you have no idea how they're going to react to it. But I think it's just stepping out and doing that more and more and more. And, you know, you win some, you lose some. So I think it's more of a, you know, for me, it's just, I'm sort of at the stage where it's like, you either love it or you hate it. So, you know, it's not going to affect me in any way. But if I do have that opportunity to, you know, maybe get a new follower or they like my music, that's a really cool thing to do.
Absolutely. And you've got a number one on your hands, so I think most people, I think you're safe there.
Yeah, so very exciting. Beck, we all know Beck very well. I think we rang each other at like 2 a.m. and said it's up to number 2 or number 3, and then that morning it jumped straight to number 1. So yeah, that's always a very rewarding, exciting experience.
Oh, we do know how. We know that Beck doesn't sleep in the best of nights, alone at night when someone's got a single coming out.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Now tell us, have you got any merchandise available that people can order at the moment?
I do. You've really put me on the spot. I know you love this. I do have some of these on the way. I've got to pull it out. Got like a little drop.
My favourite.
Got a little coffee wine tumblers.
Yep. Absolutely.
So they keep your coffee cold. They keep your wine cold. Coffee hot. I can't talk. I think I've had too much. And then I've got some stubby coolers and stuff as well. But I've actually been really creative, obviously, because we have so much downtime, and created my own website. So if you head there at jackmcdougall.com.au, you can purchase everything there, and you can read more about me. You can see the film clip. You can buy the song. Yeah, you can do all sorts of things.
Look at you go.
I know.
Now, the EP that you've got coming out later on, you were talking about doing a single launch. Are you planning on touring that, doing a bit of touring around when you're able to with that?
Yeah, I would absolutely love to do that. So I'm currently in the stages of moving back to Brisbane, coming around October. So hopefully I can do it before then, and restrictions, again, who knows what's going to happen. So hopefully restrictions have eased a little bit by then. And yeah, we'd definitely love to tour with the song and with the EP. But at this stage, it's just, getting all the online content out there as I can, and just creating more music while I can.
Love it.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Speaking of music, are you going to do a song for us tonight?
Yeah, I'd love to. I might do.
I haven't put you on the spot so much this time. I know that you have a guitar nearby.
I know, it's like right here.
Right there. Well, I might give you the room and let you do whatever you want to do.
Good. Well, this is, I'll just do a little acoustic version of Negativity. Negativity, why you bother me? I've been fine for so long, and you go and come along. Your ability is overcoming me, but I want you to know that I don't need you. Negativity, you follow me round like a shadow in the night, but I'm learning that I can step into the light, making memories that I can rely on in my darkest days. You make believe in what you say is true, then I stop myself, and out of the blue I start realizing you ain't the only point of view. Negativity, why it bother me? I've been fine for so long, and you go and come along. Your ability is overcoming me, but I want you to know that I don't need you. Negativity. It's time to move on from your selfish ways, 'cause I know I'm a better man. I've got my smile on and it's here to stay. Gonna love me for who I am. Negativity, why it bother me? I've been fine for so long, then you go and come along. Your ability is overcoming me, but I want you to know that I don't need your negativity. Why bother me? I've been fine for so long, then you go and come along. Your ability is overcoming me, but I want you to know that I don't need you. Negativity, negativity, negativity.
Wow. Love it. I do. I just love that song. I cannot get enough of it. We've got lots of people popping in, putting love hearts and smiley faces. I keep wondering why it looks like just a name with no comment, but it's because when you look at the stream, they've actually got these amazing pictures and things, so you'll be able to see them. I wonder what's going on there.
Hello, everyone.
So you got lots of comments.
Shock horror, that is me whistling. I had some guys on Triple M the other day say, "Is that you whistling?" I was like, "Of course it's me whistling."
Did you actually have that skill before you wrote this song, or was it something you had to work on?
No, so my granddad, my mum's dad, used to whistle the birds in, and I used to try copy, and obviously it was absolutely shocking, and the birds just flew away. It was only sort of later in life I not discovered, but you just whistle every now and then. And yeah, it turns out I could whistle. So I can add that to my resume and see where that gets me in life.
Yep, that's top of the resume.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Then down next is you've got cool coffee wine cups. That can be your next thing. But you're really adding up there for me.
And grow indoor plants. I think it's a great resume.
Yeah, plants. You can write your own website. You're doing awesome. Number one single, somewhere in there, but probably not the top because the whistling and the
I had to just sneak that in.
Sneak it in somewhere. Yeah. Well, how much writing have you been doing during this lockdown period? Has you found that harder to write stuck inside?
Yeah, everyone's been saying people have either really been super creative or they haven't been creative. And for me, it's sort of been that haven't been creative. I work full time as well. So I don't know, I just feel as though I've been busier than ever. I went from, a normal full-time job back to 3 days a week. So then I picked up more work and then all of a sudden I'm back to working 3 jobs again. So for me, I'm still doing stuff. It's just not necessarily songwriting and music because I actually don't have time for it at the moment. I know this sounds so crazy, but I actually have more time when Corona wasn't around to do stuff than what I do now. So, I'm doing what I have to do to eat and stay alive. But yeah, I and not that I'm not doing music stuff. I still definitely am and working on getting some more stuff out and, working at how to do gigs again, because that's obviously going to come up very shortly, hopefully.
Yeah.
So I've been doing stuff, but yeah, definitely not as creative as I'd love to be.
Well, it will settle. It will eventually settle. And if you're moving to Brisbane, you're going to have loads of opportunities for gigs, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, that's the plan. I mean, I love where I live and I love the people here. And, I just feel as though it's time to move to a bit bigger place, hopefully some more opportunities, play some more gigs and, yeah, just see where it goes from there.
Absolutely. Perfect. Now, before we go, is this your mum?
That is my mum. Yeah. Hello, Kerry.
Do a bird whistle.
Okay. It's really hard to do it on the spot.
Especially when there's no birds around.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah, not even hope I can even copy that. Gonna leave the whistling to you. If ever I need a whistle, I'll give you a call.
Hit me up. Just give me a message.
Like a big problem. Dear, well, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thanks for having me. I always have an absolute ball.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sorry for
Oh,
that.
no, not at all. Not at all. And as soon as you've got that next single or the EP, we'll have to hit you up for another show. Maybe in person. Who knows? That could be a bit scary.
That would
Human.
be amazing. Yeah. What do I do?
Before we all got sick of seeing people and wanted time at home, now everyone's just ready to go back out. So the first time it'll be the worst for me because it'll be we're allowed to go to a gig, and I'll be getting home from work thinking, yes, I'm going for a gig, get home, have a shower. I'm tired, I want to go to bed. That's what will happen.
Every day. And someone hugged me the other day and I didn't know what to do. I was like, myself, where's the dettol? Like, I just didn't know.
No, we're all out of dettol.
Yeah. But I'm here, I'm alive, so I think it's fine. Yeah.
Wow.
Just gently, yeah.
How hard is that going to be, going places and not having a hug, not having a handshake? I don't think it's...
I automatically handshook someone today, and in my head, I'm like, is this wrong? And are the coppers going to show up? Like, you overthink that stuff.
Just trauma in. Oh, no, my world's going to crumble. Everyone says, oh, do the elbow tap or you kick feet. And I'm just, to me, that's giving me permission to kick someone, and I can't, I can't kick you. I cannot do it. Sorry. And I'm not touching your elbow because I know where you've been coughing.
Oh, it's going to be a very interesting year.
It's going to be a different world. 2020 did not turn out quite how we thought, but we will not forget it. There's one guarantee: we're all going to remember 2020. We'll all remember it because, Jack can whistle and he got a #1 single. That's why.
If I can remember, look, I'll die happy. That's fine.
That's one way to please Jack. Oh, dear. Marg said she still hugs and handshakes. I think
I think I said hello before. Yes, I can't wait to go see you at a gig and give you a big hug. That's going to be great. Marg lives in Mackay. She's a bloody amazing supporter. So
wonderful. You've got some lovely people popping in. It's great to see.
Hello, everyone.
Now, thank you so much for joining. But before you go, what was your website again? This wonderful website that you've built?
For sure. So it's jackmcdougall.com.au.
jackmcdougall.com.au, and we can find all your music, find your film clip, and merchandise as well.
Yeah. I shocked myself. All of a sudden, everything was on there. So
it didn't disappear.
No, I was like, oh, this is working. What's happening?
Something's wrong. It's actually working. This is not good.
It's all on there, but yeah, the video clip is, it's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, it's on the website. So yeah, I'd love, if you haven't already, to go check it out. It's it's a really fun clip. It's definitely not negative, and let me know what your thoughts are. Yes, jump on Facebook and follow Jack's page and send him a message and let him know. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Thank you again, Jack. Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm sure we'll talk soon. Yeah. We will. See you guys later. See everyone.